Yes, this is Mr. Controversy, and this is the infamous three-point conversion station. Keep it locked. Yes, we are back inside the three-point conversion sports lounge. It's another beautiful Saturday morning. Mr. Controversy here. Did you miss me? So excited, man. There's so much going on. We are blessed with Miss Crystal. She is back. What's going on, Crystal?
Hi.
Happy for her to be here. We got G in the building. Got my man H.O.
Yeah.
back
You already
in his
know.
relieving duty. Appreciate you, sir. Shout out to the intellectual.
Going for the save record.
Going for that record.
Yep.
Watch out, Mariano. But
Craig,
yeah, it's
Craig Kimball,
Craig Kimball. Oh, yes, right. Craig Kimball.
Trevor Hoffman.
Dang, what's his name?
K-Rod.
K-Rod.
Yeah. K-Rod. Yeah, I forgot about him. Edwin did it last year for Seattle, right? When he relief man of the year. He just got traded to the Mets.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Guess since I'm the baseball guy, I would know. But yeah, Edwin somebody.
Yeah, it's good to have everybody in here, man. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Kwanzaa. You know, also Feliz Navidad. And I guess it's Happy Hanukkah. Yep. And,
Happy winter solstice.
yep. All of that. But either or, it's a great weekend, man. So much to get into, a lot to talk about. I mean, man, we have to talk about the NFL playoffs. Like, this playoff picture is heating up. Like, quickly, don't you think this is probably the best? What's looking like it might be the best playoffs as far as on paper in a long time. I mean,
Interesting, I should say. And the reason I say that because for so long in this season, we just thought offense.
Mm-hmm.
And now later on in the season, you got the Chargers defense, you got the Baltimore Ravens defense, you got the Chicago Bears defense. So now it's like, and all of the high-power offenses have lost against these defenses.
Exactly.
So that's what makes it interesting.
Even with Seattle, don't count on Seattle.
Right?
Their
Because
defense is balling.
Because if you look last week, the Chargers went down. I mean, the Chiefs went down.
Right.
To one of those defenses.
Yep.
You know, so the interesting part is how will the offense fare against these defensive teams in the playoffs? And, you know, I keep saying watch out for Houston, too. You kind of are reluctant on Houston a little bit, I think. So, you know. But
and I'm going to tell everybody why when we get to that because, I'm not.
You're not really feeling Houston.
I like them, but on paper. But it's,
I mean, they could win if
they
they owner.
Yeah.
I mean,
true, if they want. But anyway, we have also going to talk about Mr. Zion Williamson. Is he the next? We got to get him guy. Like, we have to get him guy. Is he that next guy? I know it's early, so much pressure on him. Well, he's probably not even worried about the pressure on him. He's having fun, but just wondering if he's that guy. Also, we're giving our Christmas gifts, you all, to our favorite athletes. You don't want to miss that. You'll hear some great. You'll see our hearts in this. You know, so just don't judge us because it's our hearts from our heart. Then also we're going to talk NBA, and we're going to talk about the LeBron situation with him, with some GMs calling it tampering, even though the NBA said it's not. But we're still going to tap into that more often, or more so than what the NBA is doing. And then also we have the weekend injury report with Dr. Fowler. He's going to call in, and of course our weekend pick. So we have a great show. Make sure you let your family and friends know. They can call in at 404-603-8770, and they can listen to the show locally in Atlanta on 1100 WWE The Real, or they can go to iHeartRadio, yeah, and follow us there. You can listen to the show 1100 WWE Radio Now, TuneIn Radio, also on Facebook Live as well. We're on right now.
Actually, people in the car going shopping, so.
Yeah, so they can listen.
If
you're in the car, you can listen. Tell your people they can listen on the way. Yeah, you stuck in traffic anyway, so in the parking lot. So anyway, but it is now time to get into these quick hits. Let's get it. All right, so shout out to Sharon Beats. So first off, the Los Angeles Dodgers made a huge trade by trading Matt Kemp, Yasiel Puig, and Alex Wood to the Cincinnati Reds for Homer Bailey, prospects Hosea Gray and Jeter Downs. Also, the little kid on the corner that's catching the bus. Like, they really just try to get rid of some people.
$17 million they save off the luxury tax.
Exactly.
I don't know why they get Homer Bailey back. He was 1-14 last year.
Bruh, I told you. They
Anyway, obviously, Puig antics has gotten the best of the Dodgers, and obviously the rumor is they are trying to.
I was
make
gonna say
room.
that's tell the truth. Yeah,
they're trying to make room.
That's what this smells like
for Bryce Harper in LA, because they really didn't have a place for Peterson to play, and I forget the other guy's name, the left-hander. But hey, they like to spend money.
Talking about. Yeah.
Magic Johnson is up to his thing. They got rid of a whole lot of money with Matt Kemp. He had an all-star first half of the season, but kind of second half he kind of dwindled off. So you kind of look for the Bryce Harper talks to begin in LA.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. Honestly, that's what I believe. That when you see a trade like this, yes, Yasiel Puig has his antics, but it really hadn't cost the Dodgers. He was helping them last year in the playoffs. So yeah, this is all about getting Harper. But we'll see. Moving on, the Baltimore Ravens say they are not moving on with John Harbaugh, and they're going to work out. They're working on an extension right now after the 2019 season to extend him after the 2019 season, which means he's going to be here next year. Your thoughts on that?
Funny how defense saves your job.
Was it defense? Because that defense was there when Flacco was playing.
I agree. Now, what happened is they told the young fella, you don't have to win it for us. The defense will do that. Only thing you got to do is do what you do, and he already has an offensive coordinator who was a Michael Vick tutorer. So just open it up. Don't lose it for us. We're not going to try to make you win it. The run game also helped. Two of the best their running backs went out. Gus Edwards, Ken Dixon comes in, continues the run game along with Lamar Jackson. They keep the defense off the field so they can rest. And look, early in the season, they were talking about Harbaugh getting up out of there. So I would say, yeah, the defense, but it also enhanced when Lamar got into the action.
And not just when he got into the action, when he decided to make that decision. Flacco was hurt, but I think when he stuck with him,
right,
that was the key. If he went back to Flacco, I think they wouldn't have said anything about that.
But I think they kept trying to Flacco. You can win us the games, but they took those reins away from Lamar's to say, hey, You don't have to win it for us. That's what we got the defense for. That's what we got running backs for. We just gonna make it hard for the defense to stop us from getting first. They may break a record for first downs in this season.
Yeah. So
I mean, because they holding the ball a whole lot,
and that's the way to play, and that's especially when you got a great defense. So shout out to the Ravens for making that decision. Moving on, MLB, Major League Baseball, and Cuban Baseball Federation has reached a deal allowing the Cuban players to sign an American without defection.
I guess since the cigars are legal now, you might as well make the baseball players.
Oh, you wrong.
I mean,
but that's cool. It's gonna be a lot of them though.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. I'm trying to figure out how would this change the international draft. Will you see a lot of more Cuban players get drafted higher than the Dominican players or the other Latin players? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of changes the game a little bit. Maybe this could be a trend.
Mm-hmm. It's probably going to happen because you're going to have more scouts who can see these players, without any kind of restriction. So more of them are going to get scouted, and you'll probably see more that you'll probably find some that are better.
Right, yeah.
So let's see, man.
Might be a trend, though.
Moving on, Urban Meyer. G, please, can you get the stop it button ready? Okay, so Urban Meyer will teach a course because he's retiring. That's unless Justin Fields gets there, but that's not reported. I'm just saying. But anyway, Urban Meyer would teach a course titled Leadership and Character in Ohio State's Fisher College of Business. I'll say that one more time. Urban Meyer, the current Ohio State football head coach who's leaving, who dealt with that situation, is teaching a course titled Leadership and Character in Ohio State's Fisher College of Business. What you got to say, man?
The highest paid teacher, professor on campus.
So
the highest paid professor and he's co-teaching this class.
I'll say this. You know what, G? You ain't got to worry about it. Let me do it. Stop it.
There it is.
That's all I got to say.
Now, how much they owe him? 38, 39 million?
Well, that's if they fired him.
I
don't know what the retirement clause is. I don't know what that retirement buyout is. Like, they probably feel like, why would you leaving? Why do we have to pay you?
Right. Yeah.
Why? I think he's staying for
money reasons.
Yeah. I mean, why? Remember, he have headaches.
Right.
Go have a headache in class?
No, he'd be good then. You won't see him bent with his hands on his knee. You know how he doing. He's leaning forward.
Hey, look, all he has to have is on his desk just a picture of Tim Tebow and Ezekiel Elliott and J.T. Barrett, and he'll be okay.
Moving on. Former Louisville Cardinals coach Rick Pitino agrees to coach the Panathinaikos. Did I say it right? Panathinaikos in Greece. Wow. So I guess he has it in his blood quickly. I mean, I guess that's to sum it up, right? It just...
Yeah, when I saw this, I'm like, boy, it can't get no lower than this. I mean, your name alone. It's like, you know how somebody is so close to legendary status, and then you make another move and your legendary status start moonwalking back.
No, I'll break it down, and then we'll move on. This is equivalent to an actor who was a star, played in movies, then he moved to the TV show. Now he's starring in the play Mama Put Down the Cornbread Because I Want to Sing. This is equivalent to that.
Wow.
Moving on. Last but not least, Andrew Johnson, a high school wrestler. Let me get my composure because this is serious. So Andrew Johnson, a high school wrestler who was black from Buena High School, was told to either This is before a match now. He was about to get he's wrestling, right? Wrestle match. Told to either cut his dreadlocks off, which he had dreadlocks, or forfeit. His coaches protested for him also. They protested for him. They was upset. But Johnson decided to cut his hair. Now, he opted first, before he cut his hair, to put on a hair cap, which is permitted within the rules. If you got hair or whatever, put on it. But the referee said no. Now, this referee is white, and he is, in the past, had to take a sensitivity training course and alcohol awareness class, or classes, after he reportedly called another referee a racial slur that starts with the letter N. So, we can't, we're on the radio, so, but.
Obviously, he didn't pass the class.
No, he didn't. I ain't even really got nothing to say.
They cut this man hair on the spot.
On the spot. Yeah,
how do
it's on there.
How do you even? He had the scissors on ready.
But the thing is, he did win now, which was cool. And he decided, but still, this referee. Go ahead.
Well, aside from the referee, one thing that kind of bothered me is I saw someone tweet this out, and like, this is the epitome of a team player. Like, no, this isn't someone being a team player. This is someone who's being humiliated in front of a lot of people because of someone's racism.
Right.
Yeah,
yep.
This is awful.
It's crazy. But look, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Crystal Dayon, and this is your Sports News Break. Last night, the Atlanta Hawks got a rare win on the road against the New York Knicks. Kent Bazemore scored 22 points, and John Collins recorded a double-double with 17 points and 16 rebounds. The Atlanta Falcons look to end this disappointing season on a high note by getting their second win on the road when they face the depleted Carolina Panthers on the road. Cam Newton won't play. He has been shut down for the season. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets men's basketball team will host in-state rival Georgia Bulldogs at the McCamish Pavilion today at 12 noon. There will be 2 playoff implication games in the NFL this evening. Washington will play Tennessee, and the Ravens travel to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. Make sure to follow the 3-Point Conversion for all your major sports news updates. It's where fans' opinions matter.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Stay tuned. Gonna be a great show.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy here with my man H.O.
Yeah.
And this next segment, the hot topic, is brought to you by Syndicate's Barbershop, located on 3000 Chapel Hill Road, Suite 206, Douglasville, Georgia. Go check them out if you need a clean cut. You got prom, you got that nice date, you got an event to go to, or you just want to look good throughout the week. Go check them out, man. All of them cut, no empty chairs. Great barbershop talk. Got the mix of an old school, new school feel. Check them out. Also, check out Dwayne Chambers. That's who I go to. Have me looking clean. Beard, I don't have no hair, but my beard tight. But go ahead and check him out. You can follow him on Instagram at Simha the Barber. That's SIMHATHEBARBER. If you go into the shop, as soon as you go in, he's all the way down on the left. The last barber on the left. Make sure you check him out. You know, I mean, he might be kicking it with Nene or something. Nene Leaks or somebody like that. So I don't know. Depends. But anyway, all right. The hot topic, we're talking NFL playoffs. Man, this playoff picture right here, we got into it a little bit when we opened the show. HOG. I want to start with the NFC first. Right now, it looks like the wild cards are Seattle and Minnesota. And I'm pulling up what teams. It's 3 other teams can get in right now. I think
Eagles,
Redskins, and
Panthers.
So basically, this is wrapped up. So we got Minnesota.
The Eagles
might. I don't.
It's a slim chance the Eagles. Washington weekend.
Washington might get in just out of who? Because they play this week. They play. They
play the Titans tonight.
They play the Titans tonight.
They gonna lose.
They have to lose. But
I'm not giving them much of a chance.
I see Minnesota. I won't be surprised if Minnesota lose to Detroit because they're playing in Detroit.
Right. And I'm gonna talk about Minnesota later on, but yeah.
And then Philly. They are playing. Who is Philly playing? They're playing Houston. I mean, Houston always finds some way to win somehow. So it's tight.
Very tight.
That's why I said those playoff teams now might get in by default. But what team? So besides Seattle, because I think we all agree that Seattle can get in, right? And that they're going to get in, right?
Yeah, if they don't blow the last 2 games.
Because they play KC.
Yep. And this is which could help the Chargers.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying, let's say if they lose, though. If they lose, they play KC, and then next week.
Then the Vikings need to lose. If the Vikings lose and they lose, then they still.
But Seattle got to play Arizona in Seattle, so I think they just need to win 1 game. They're in.
If the Vikings lose, then it really don't matter. But the Eagles winning could put some pressure on the Seattle situation. Because I think they would jump Minnesota, and Seattle and the Eagles will be those 2 teams fighting for that last spot, last game of the season. And
Seattle and who?
The Eagles. If the Eagles win, that puts them above Minnesota. If Minnesota loses and Seattle loses, so then it'd be Seattle and the Eagles fighting for that last spot, the last 2 spots. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, yeah.
In Seattle,
you just saying it'd be those 2.
It'd be those 2 instead of Minnesota,
right?
Because Minnesota got a tie. But so Seattle is playing Arizona the last week of the season. But who does the Eagles play? And I think they play in the division. Somebody in the division.
And see, the Bears play Minnesota the last game of the season. And the thing is, with the Bears, they're trying to win.
The Eagles,
yeah,
they play
Giants.
They have Washington last game.
Oh, nice. But the Bears play Minnesota. The Bears are still trying to – it's a possibility they can end up with the number 2 spot and end up with a bye if the Rams lose somehow, And so it's tough, you know what I'm saying? Especially the fact that let's say if the Rams win and let's say if the Bears played San Fran this week, they win. Going into the last week of the season, and we're just talking about the Vikings, the Bears played the Vikings the early game. St. Louis played the San Francisco 49ers, I think, in San Fran. It's possible that the Rams the way they're playing, they can lose to San Fran. So even if they don't, but the fact that the Bears playing before them, the Bears going to want to play their hardest to win.
Now, along with that, we got Dr. Fowler coming on today talking about the Todd Gurley situation. So it could possibly happen this week.
Right.
So I mean, you may not have.
Yeah,
to wait
with
the
Gurley
next
not. Yeah, if Gurley don't play,
week. You may not have to wait the next week.
So, and my point is that Vikings have to play out. They don't have any easy games because, like I said, Bears are trying to win that first round bye. Washington has to play Philly. Seattle plays the Chiefs. Like, it's going to get interesting. Now, besides that, who do you think is the scariest team in the NFC? Or who do you think? Yeah, who do you think is the scariest team right now?
Bears.
Two. I'll give you two. I'll say pick two.
Bears, Seattle.
Bears, Seattle. G, what you think?
I think I would agree on Seattle, just because they figured out something.
Block for offensive line.
Yeah, they put an offensive line together. It's no longer a dotted line, and the defense is they're doing enough.
Right.
Yeah, as long as they have Bobby Wagner, they'll have a chance.
And I think KJ is still out, right? He hadn't played in a couple of weeks.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, so if they get him back, it's.
Well, I mean, and now, so I agree. I think Seattle, you don't want to play a team with Russell Wilson and it's close. I mean, he's like, that's scary when he's driving down. You don't want to do that. And then the way they're playing out, the loss kind of, we'll see how they bounce back because it kind of tore down that momentum.
Right, and it's like they peaking at the right time, basically.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, a running game, man, it's built. But to be honest, built for cold weather. Like, I wouldn't want to play Chicago. I wouldn't want to play the Seattle Seahawks if I was the Bears.
Right.
And St. Louis definitely don't want to play them. I mean, LA definitely don't want to play them because even though the Rams have beaten the Seahawks twice, I think it's been a combined like 8 points or something like that.
Right.
So, but I agree. I think it's the Bears. Now, I think they're the most dangerous team right now, of course. But the AFC is very interesting because with the AFC, the Titans, the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, because
they're leading the division.
Yeah, but they have to go to New Orleans. And Baltimore still can win this division.
Yep. Titans, Colts.
The Colts, the Colts are scary because the way they're winning. That win they had last week against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And then the thing is,
very impressive.
you know what's the key? They're blocking for your guy.
Same thing in Seattle.
So the fact that they're blocking for him, I mean, now with Luck getting all of that time, throwing it to those weapons, and Ebron has been big for them, man.
Bro,
like
he has put Ebron into the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, because he was a pass dropping tight end in Detroit for sure. And he got Doyle and Ebron. He might be. Well, they used two tight ends at Stanford anyway, so I mean, it's something he was used to.
So, out of those teams, so we say the Colts, Titans, Ravens.
I like the Titans. No, sorry. I like the Colts.
I just don't think the Colts. I mean, their defense is playing well.
I mean, look, the Chargers are 11-3 as a wild card, but if
the Chiefs,
if Chiefs lose, they jump ahead of them in the division because they I think did they split a game?
No, they beat them twice. They split a game. I'm sorry, because they just lost. Yeah,
okay.
they
so I don't know who would get the tiebreaker if they tied.
Chiefs will.
Oh well,
but still, they're going to Seattle.
The Chiefs would have the tiebreaker based on division
games. Yeah, I'm looking at that. The Chargers lost 2 in the division. So we talking the Ravens and Chargers right now for the wild card. The Ravens could jump the Steelers if the Steelers lose to New Orleans, which brings the Steelers back down to earth. So really, if the Colts win, you'll have the Steelers and the Colts battling for that last spot.
And Titans. I mean,
Yeah, and the Titans. I'm sorry, I don't know.
so who do you think wins that? So we'll put Pittsburgh in there. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, because like I said, Pittsburgh.
Oh, the Titans play Washington, so
I mean, but who's playing quarterback now? Josh Johnson, right?
Josh Johnson, Rob Johnson, Doug Johnson,
Peter
Brad
Johnson. The only thing they're concerned about is 22.
Right.
The last 2 weeks, remember I told you? He's been balling. He's been running the ball. Last 2 weeks, over 300 and something yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
So 400.
Yeah, he's at over 400 yards.
He's over 400 yards.
Because he ran for
My bad, Derek.
He ran for over 170 something last week.
Yeah, so
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, over 400 yard rushing. They kind of looking like the Baltimore Ravens.
So then, if we have that, who is the key? Out of all these players, pick one person.
Andrew Luck, man. I just think that this will nail and complete his comeback Player of the Year award if he can get the Colts back into the playoffs with what seemed to be the worst offensive line in history last year.
Mm-hmm. Last
few years, especially when they didn't. That's probably why he got hurt. But they weren't even blocking for him or nobody. So I think Andrew, I will pick him and the Colts to try to solidify that last spot in the playoffs.
I think it's Mariota. Yes, they can run with Derrick Henry, but I think because what Henry has done the last few weeks, now everybody's keen. Because the first, Jacksonville didn't want to tackle. But then what he did last week, now I think that teams are just keying in, we're going to make Mariota beat us. What can Mariota, because he's had a horrible season. And not saying like he's played bad, but some of that he's played bad, but he's been hurt a lot. He's been injured.
That seemed to be the thing for him.
Right. And so now, can you do like you did last year and will your team into a playoff spot?
I would trust Andrew Luck more than I would trust Mariota. Even though the momentum of the running game for the Titans has a lot of steam, and it looks to be more of the same with the Colts because Mack is running the ball very, very well. The 2 tight ends are being used. T.Y. Hilton is still stretching the field. The defense for the Colts has very, very much improved. So it's kind of hard to go against the Colts at this particular point because I just think that they're just on the ride. I do like Tennessee. Their defense is very underrated. But I think when it all boils down, I trust Luck more than I trust Mariota.
I still think Baltimore gets in either or. So we'll see. I think they do. Whether they win the division or not, I just that defense, like you said, it's
so
defense.
They go sign him. They go sign him as soon as they get into the playoffs. They go make their sense.
Yeah, and I think the players love Harbaugh, so they're gonna play for him.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back to talk about some kid named Zion. I don't know if it's Lawrence Hill, little boy, or somebody. I don't know, but we're going to be back to talk about him. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cat Williams, and you are listening to 3 Point Conversion Radio.
Tune your radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune in to this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at tunein.com
or your app store.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kent Bazemore from the Atlanta Hawks. You're now listening to 3-Point Conversion.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Man, who is this kid? And I'll be real, I am tired of, if I watch a Duke highlight, so let's say Duke played last night, and I'm calling them out, the 4-letter network, they played last night. It seems like, put it like this, okay, so if you watch Syracuse play North Carolina, the highlights you're going to see in that, what are you going to see? You're going to see, you know, North Carolina, you're going to see the announcer talking, or the guy who's doing a highlight show maybe a highlight or two of Syracuse if they lost, but then show North Carolina.
Right. How fast they get the ball up the court.
Right.
How good they big mans are.
When you watch a Duke highlight, if they're playing on a 4-letter network, you think it was you're watching a Duke show, or you're watching a show in North Carolina, the state of North Carolina, because all they show is the Duke highlights. That's it. The game was close. I'm like, I thought they blew them out. They won by like 6 points.
They won by 11.
Okay, 11. it was close the whole game, but no, I didn't see any highlights of the other team. That, like, come on. But maybe it's because of this kid. It's this kid named Zion. Is he the next we got to get him guy? And when I say we got to get him guy, I'm talking about the last we have to get him guy was LeBron, of course. When he came into the NBA, he was in the draft. After that, who would you say was it Shaq? You think Shaq was the next? We have to get this guy. It was probably Shaq.
I would agree with Shaq, but that's not the one I would go with. I'm going with my boy Lenny Bias.
Oh yeah, he was definitely that.
Former Maryland Terrapin. He almost looked like the kid as far as the physical stature.
Right, and the way they
6'8",
yep.
240. Well, this guy probably got 40 more pounds on Len, but Len was a do-it-all guy as well. He was a basketball player. So right. I think I would say Bias was that kid, and I'm not trying to compare Zion and Bias games, but the physical physique and the physical nature of both kids are very, very similar. Mm-hmm. Very explosive.
I think it's but I think Shaq too. I think Shaq. Some people say Duncan. I guess Duncan was like that when he came out. Like every team wanted him.
Look, Duncan could have been the number one pick after his freshman year, after his sophomore year,
right.
after his junior year. That's how much teams coveted him.
Right. And the way he did it all, and he wasn't flashy. And remember, this is in the 90s, so.
Because it was wasn't it Joe Smith and Duncan that was battling for 1 and 2 that year when he actually came out?
It was Duncan and Keith Van Horn.
Keith Van Horn did it, yep. So, but going back to Zion, everything he has, everything he's doing, why do you think he's the must-have? Do you think – because when I look at him and, I see a lot of them, because if I don't watch the games, you pretty much watch the games during the highlights, because that's all he's showing. He is – of course, he's explosive. He can get up. But from the first game I saw him, which he's supposed to get better at, to now, you don't see him being that guy where he's forcing the ball like he was the first game, which, I mean, he's a freshman. You expect that. But he's gotten better. He'll make that pass. He'll play defense.
Yep.
But is that still, because you still got J.R. Barrett?
R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett, who I think is, to me, that's who I want.
Right.
If I'm a team.
The reason why he's that guy, we're living in a world of brand.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in the world of individual brands. And, we kind of slightly talked about this a little bit last night, but the difference in today's world and back then, we talking about the 80s and the 90s, is this is a players' league. Back in the day, it was a team league. You know teams.
Right.
You knew players, but it was emphasized about the team.
Right.
More so. It was, you hear the Lakers and the Celtics and the Sixers. That's what you hear. Now you hear LeBron, Durant, and Steph. That's the difference. So with this kid, he's special. He's a basketball player. And one thing that makes him that, his plus minus for the season is plus 15. When he's on the court, plus 15 all the way around. Mm-hmm. When he's off the court, minus 5. So he's explosive. He has a brand. He has probably more YouTube followers than anybody that we can think of, right? So it's a branding thing. That's why he's the next thing.
So because you say he's a branding thing, does it make him the perfect pick for the New York Knicks? Because going back to what you said, it used to be where it was teams.
Right.
Now it's players.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a few teams that would never go away. Why? Because these few teams had
tradition
players. And I'm talking about the LA Lakers,
mm-hmm.
the New York Knicks, the Chicago Bulls, and Boston Celtics. And right now, the Lakers have LeBron. They always have somebody, but they have LeBron. Celtics, we don't know yet. I mean, because Kyrie might leave. Kyrie is he going to play better? They got too much talent. They're looking for that next guy.
Well, they had a team meeting last night.
So it might work out. Kyrie could be that guy if
right.
I think if they get rid of some people, which they need to. That's
at least we know
story.
what he can do.
Yeah. The Bulls don't have that yet. I like marketing, but I don't think he's not that.
He's not branding worthy.
Yeah. They need one more. They need that. But they've had it in Jordan, then they had it with Derrick Rose. Knicks, they hadn't had it since Pat. Now, you thought they would have it with Carmelo, but it hadn't worked out.
I would give Carmelo sort of that guy, but the team.
But when they have that guy helps them win.
Yeah.
Now, it's not Carmelo's fault who they pick, but I'm just saying, you look at the Bulls.
He was the brand for New York at the time, early on.
Right.
Let's just say early on, and it was supposed to be something that would have uplifted the team as far as winning, because it's been a long time since the John Starks and the Patrick Ewing days or whatever the case may be. So I would give him that, but I do understand your point. New York hadn't had.
They hadn't had that. They hadn't been.
That guy ain't winning
at the same time since Pat.
Right.
Do you agree, G? Like, do you think he should end up would it be better that he ends up in New York for the league?
I think only New York thinks that it would be good for the league if they got him.
Right.
But
I believe it.
It really depends on it is a different league now, so it really depends on who gets him. If it is a major market like New York or Chicago or I don't think the Lakers or Clippers are going to get him, but if it's a major market, maybe that makes it good for the league. But the way the league is now, every team has at least one potential star at least. So it doesn't.
So what
doesn't really matter
with him playing with what's my man name in New York?
Porzingis.
That
it would make them interesting. Like the league may be more interesting if the Knicks are good,
right?
Or at least contending,
right?
So.
And then Kyrie talking about going.
What you gonna have? The unicorn and the man child. That's how we go.
Yeah, with Kyrie. and with Uncle Drew? Because Kyrie might go.
Listen, if Zion goes to New York, Kyrie comes and they ask Porzingis along with Kevin Knox and they can still Trier. That'll be interesting.
Look, and they can still get somebody.
And they would have still overpaid for Tim Hardaway Jr.
But they still would be able to get somebody else too. Another star. But I'm just saying. So, but we will see. Like I said, it's early still, but I like the way this kid thinks. And the thing is, it kind of reminds me of how it was with Melo when Melo was in Syracuse. As far as you look at all the other big people that were big, you could tell they were playing. They were winning, but they were playing the pressure. It was Carmelo was having fun. Carmelo was like, "Yo, this is easy."
Right.
Zion is thinking, "Yo, I love it. I can do this all day."
Right. I think the interview after the game got kind of overblown.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, they in New York. I mean, what do you expect? They got them all on the back page.
He just played there. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to play
exactly.
here. But it turned into this big thing.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, so. Oh, well. But we will see. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're about to give these Christmas gifts out.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Gary Payton. Y'all listen to 3 Point Conversion Radio. It's the bomb.
What's up, world? This is Vincent J, aka the Fantasy Guru, and here are your fantasy facts heading to Week 16. The Fantasy Championship is here, and there are a lot of players that are sitting out for the remainder of 2 games, so you definitely want to select the right players who have great matchups this weekend. At this time, there shouldn't be too many players that you will want to pick up and start automatically, but I'll give you a few that should be already on your team. First should be running back Jamal Williams of the Green Bay Packers. Starting Aaron Jones is put on IR with a knee injury, so Williams should be dominant on the ground, getting 18 plus carries and playing all 3 downs, which is very crucial. He's playing on the road against the New York Jets, who has given up 4 touchdowns to running backs in the past 5 games. One player who I consider benching this week is Washington Redskins running back Adrian Peterson. With the issues with the offensive line and starting quarterback Josh Johnson, it's pretty difficult trusting him this week. They are playing on the road against the Tennessee Titans, who last week shut down Saquon Barkley, and they haven't allowed a running back to score a touchdown in 3 games in a row. My sleeper pick this week, and someone you need to keep an eye on, is newly acquired running back C.J. Anderson of the Los Angeles Rams. Running back Todd Gurley will be a game-time decision with inflammation in his left knee, and he has not practiced at all this week. If Gurley does not play, Anderson will get the majority of the carries, and with a quality outing, he just might make you win your fantasy championship. Also look out for running backs Elijah McGuire of the New York Jets and Kalen Ballage of the Miami Dolphins. Good luck in your fantasy playoffs, and make sure you continue to follow us on the web at the 3pointconversion.com.
What's up? This is Anthony Hamilton, and you're listening to the 3 Point Conversion.
All right, we are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. We have 2 more days? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 more days till Christmas, right? Yep. And a lot of families are excited. This is the time where people buy gifts because, they deserve gifts. We want, people show their hearts. A lot of people say it's not about, I'm not celebrating Christmas, but I'm just celebrating giving. It's about family. So here at the 3 Point Conversion 3rd year, we do this. We since they bless us with their talents and coaching skills, we're going to bless the athletes and coaches and teams back. That's what we like to do. And this segment, giving Christmas gifts.
Hey player, what you gonna get?
All right, so I'm gonna give my gifts first, you all. Can I give my gifts first?
Absolutely.
All right. So, okay. The first gift, or the first person I'm giving gifts to, is I'm giving gifts to John Gruden. And this is what I'm giving Gruden. I'm going to give him a gift basket. This gift basket is going to include the DVD movie Trading Places. Also, I'm going to give him a My Buddy doll. No more Chucky dolls. I'm going to give him My Buddy doll. And I'm going to give him playoff tickets to the Chicago Bears and Dallas Cowboys home games. Y'all think that's fair? That's from the heart. John Gruden, that's for you, baby. Hey, y'all don't think that's good?
He should have got a little more than that.
I think that's fair. I mean, I would also give him, a time machine that doesn't work because he can't go back, but just he can look at that time machine and just have some regret.
Also, you probably should have got a video of all the sack masters in the NFL. A video collage of all of the people who are sack masters.
All right, I got it. So we bearing gifts. We are bearing gifts.
Bearing gifts. Yes.
I have one more person I want to give a gift to, or give gifts to, and this is Markel Fultz. It's my homie. Hey, rooting for you.
You know his mama crazy, so you better watch how you say this.
I know, right? So I miss folks whatever your last name. I'm just giving gifts. I'm trying to, looking out. So I'm giving Markel Fultz the video of The Little Engine That Could. Also, I'm giving him an hour session with Dr. Phil 101 so they can talk, because I know he got a lot to talk about. And then I'm going to get him a portable metal detector. Maybe he'll be able to find his game.
Oh, wow.
That's fair enough, isn't it? I'm trying to help the man out. The little engine that could, I want him to see that, what he had to go through, and he fought through it, Chugga. I'm just saying.
Once you just get him the book.
The book?
Yeah. The little engine that could.
Yeah, I could do that also.
Can he hold it, though?
Not with the right shoulder, with the left.
The left. As far as I didn't say that.
Yeah. Don't have these folks calling up here to 1100 talking about where's G.
Okay, we about to send it to we about to let my man H.O. go.
All right, I'm not as gracious as you. I mean, you got gift bags, you passing them out. I'm just straight using my Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And the first gift that I'm going to I'm surprising people with gifts.
Okay.
And the first gift I'm going to give out this year, my first annual 3-point conversion giveaway to celebrities, stars, and whoever that may be. I'm going to give Chris Paul a 28-pack of Ben Gay.
That's good. Okay.
A 28-pack of Ben Gay because normally he has his annual I hurt my hamstring stretch. So hopefully, and it's 28 packs. So normally it happens on the road. So maybe I probably need to put it on a recurring order. So we can get another 28 pack.
Yeah, one of those subscription services where they send you the same. They send you the same stuff every month.
Exactly. We got to get him on that. We got to get him some Ben Gay. Now, I don't know if he knows how to use it. I would trust that the Houston Rocket training staff would assist me in that. So, Chris Paul, you get a 28 pack of Ben Gay for your annual I hurt my hamstring. So, guys, you think that's cool?
I think that's good. And then I would get him. It's nothing else you can get him.
Yeah,
I might get him one of them. Go to the gumball machines, give him them fake rings, and give him one of those.
Or get all the Dave and Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese tickets you can find, and then get one of the rings out of the
right. Oh yeah. Right. Oh, I'm with you, dog. Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, my last gift for this great award. A dear friend of mine, man. This is gonna be good. Actually, it's two things we're gonna give this person, and I'm gonna get Mr. Stephen A. Smith a book, Football for Dummies 101, and I'm gonna see if I can get it signed by Mr. Derek Johnson and Hunter Henry. See if we can get them two guys to sign it. And we're going to send him out an invitation to join us as a guest here on the 3-Point Conversion during our football segment to see if he's improved or not in football. So I think that's fair enough.
Okay. So can I just want to add what I would also do is I would pay for it myself. I would take him to Cine Cuts and let Dwayne shape him up and see if Dwayne could do something.
I believe the term is he needs to come on home.
Yeah, come on home. And cut it off or something.
Right.
But Dwayne can make it happen. I got faith in you, baby.
Right. They got fiber hairs now, so
Dwayne doing that stuff too, man. How you put the little things. Yeah, he know how to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So
like Deion got.
Yeah, bring it on back to the front.
The way Deion doing it, yeah. You ain't just getting hair like that, Deion. Go ahead, bro. What you got?
All right, so I really only have one gift, and I think like a lot of people have been giving him this gift, so it shouldn't be this shouldn't be an issue anymore, but it still might be. I'm going to give James Harden make sure he has a passport and give him the buddy pass or companion pass for every airline because he is a world traveler. He is an international traveler. He travels the world. He is a globetrotter, not the basketball globetrotter, but he is a globetrotter nonetheless.
Globe traveler.
It's funny, man, because what do you call that? The sword fighting when they be doing the sword fighting, fencing. You know how they be backing up?
Yeah,
I got him one of them swords because I think he'd be good at that. You know, I think he'd be great at that.
I know somebody he can get into the Olympic trials for 2020.
I can add some luggage since he's gonna be traveling a lot.
Getting luggage. Yeah, man, he'd be good at that. So you see, the world, America, see how gracious we are, man. We just don't talk about people. We like to give gifts and everything, man. We're bearing gifts. That's what we want to do, you know. So hopefully, it works out for everyone. They love it and they can use it to their best discretion. And absolutely. I still want to give out last year, just to let you know, and I'm gonna end it like this: what I gave Kevin Durant last year. Look where he is now. Kevin Durant, you think, okay, this is what I gave him. Last year, remember, I gave him, I wish we could play it, but I gave him a 2 DVDs. It was Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, LA Kings hat, and what was it?
An NWA
and
poster
an NWA
or CD or something?
CD. Yeah. And now he's a certified gangster right now in the league.
But you still did not give him a hairbrush.
Yes.
You can't be clean with it being a thug.
Yeah, maybe we need to get.
I was saying he was a thug, so he's trying to be a thug. So I was like,
maybe we can get the wrestling referee the referee in the NBA. Maybe
make him cut his hair.
Cut his hair.
I'll brush it. Give him a do rag, something. Murray's pomade. Give him something.
KD, my dude. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports?
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
Entertainment?
Are you not entertained?
And other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? It's the 2018 Battlegrounds champion, Damian Adams, from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Now, you can catch my show weekly on the 3-Point Conversion station on Spreaker Radio. But for right now, I'm doing what everybody else should be doing, and that's listening to Mr. Controversy and The Intellectual in the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
No mercy. Don't let up on him. Go hard on him, Mr. Controversy. Hit him with the stop it button.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. We'd like to thank everyone who is listening right now. We definitely appreciate your support. And not just for the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, but for the 3-Point Conversion as a whole. We appreciate you. Wish you the best. Thank you for being there for us. And like I said, we appreciate it. So now it is time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment. Let's get it.
Stop it! 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 Stop it!
Yes. S-T-O-P, new word, I-T. Stop it!
Stop it. Get some help.
All right, before we let H.O. go, Alan Field said he has some gifts, too. He said he want to give Kawhi Leonard a real laugh and some personality.
Wow.
So we need to send him to acting school. I think that'll help him out.
Yeah. Let him talk to Crystal.
Yeah, Crystal will help him out.
Yeah. Simple.
Yep. So what you got, H.O.?
Hey, man. This is a continuous thing, it seems. And I don't know, man. It's crazy, but I want to give a stop it to all those people who, and y'all let me know if y'all get this too or hear this. To all the people who, when a guy does well, scores a touchdown, run for 200 yards, gets a dunk in a game, score 40 points, you name the school that he went to as if we don't know. Derrick Henry rushed for 200 yards. Oh, he went to Alabama. Oh, we know that. What was that energy when he wasn't even starting?
Right. Oh, my God.
What was that energy when he was averaging 40 yards a game? He didn't go to Alabama then?
I hate that. And those are strictly Alabama fans.
You know, and I'm not picking on Alabama because it happens everywhere.
Because they didn't say that about Amari Cooper until he started went to Dallas.
You're right.
They said it the first year when Richardson went to Cleveland when he had those 10 touchdowns as a rookie. Then you mentioned, you asked the same people, where did Richardson go to? They was like, I don't know.
Right. Derrick Henry went there. Did you see Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram?
You are not
them 22s
lying.
that weekend. They went to Alabama. Well, so did Eddie Lacy and so did Trent Richardson.
Not lying. Hey,
stop it with that.
They need to stop it.
Yes, we know he went there.
I'm with you on that.
It's crazy.
All right, my stop it goes to Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers talked about, I think it was a couple nights ago, he was saying that when you think of DeAndre Jordan, you more than anyone else, you think of him as an LA Clipper. Then he said that he thinks he qualifies to have his jersey retired when he's done playing basketball.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Come on, man. Really?
Yeah,
Doc,
that's pretty bad.
Is he trying to lure him back in to come to play for him or something? DeAndre Jordan? Great rebounder. Very good at defense.
But you talking about bumping for somebody. Ooh.
Yeah, he crazy. Because I don't think Clippers, do they have anybody's jersey? I don't think they do.
They just became relevant.
Maybe Bob McAdoo from when they were the Buffalo Braves.
I think they don't.
It.
I don't think they do. Yeah, I think they was saying because he wanted to be the first.
Man, that's...
yeah, come on.
Well, it is eggnog season.
Right.
I got one. Mine goes to to the All India Football Federation. This is soccer for those who aren't following along.
Okay.
For allowing a player named Gaurav Mukhi to masquerade as if he is 16 years old and the youngest goal scorer in the history of the league. Now, if you're watching Facebook Live, you're going to see a picture of this 16-year-old. He's got a thicker mustache than my dad. And he's claiming to be 16, but it was discovered that he is actually 28.
What?
Stop it. Wow.
Stop it.
So so the All India Football Federation allowed this to go on, and this was not the first time that he has tried to downplay his age.
You see him?
So y'all see him on Facebook Live.
Right.
He was claiming to be 16 years old, looking like that.
Wow.
You almost got the Raleigh fingers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he 28.
Yeah. Give him another stop it. Or whoever did it.
Stop it.
Wow.
He's claiming he was 16. He has been suspended, but I believe only for 4 months.
Only for 4 months?
Only for 4 months. He'll come back saying he's 17 now.
Wow.
Hey, when I see this, remind me of what's the movie called? Bad Boys 2. Martin, get on here. You look. He was like, "How old are you?" I'm 16. But you look 30.
There's also this movie called Benchwarmers.
Oh yeah.
Got 3 guys playing the little league teams, and they got this 12-year-old. One of the league teams got a 12-year-old. It's like, are you sure he's 12? It's like, how do you know he's 12? He like gives him like, here's my ID. It was a piece of paper written in crayon. I am 12.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they I can't believe they try to get away with that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, man, we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back with NBA talk.
Let me break down to y'all what's so dope about the three-point conversion. First of all, everybody is a fan of the game first. Second of all, everybody is a student of the game second. And third of all, we're the average sports fan just like everybody else. We're not coming in here, walking with our nose tipped high, acting snooty, acting brand new. This is a grassroots organization. Bar none. The three-point conversion, where fans' opinions matter. Be sure to visit the website www.the3pointconversion.com. Get your fix, get your articles, multimedia, and everything else that you, as a sports fan, need. So again, the3pointconversion.com. It's where it's at, man, where fans' opinions matter.
Attention, radio station listener. This might make you say, oh my god. Get this station in 1,500 live stations, plus a custom station you can create all in one. Right now. Download the free app now at iHeartRadio.com. Oh my god.
Whether it's quick hits, what's on my mind, the infamous Stop It segment, you got to be there every Saturday morning on the 3-Point Conversion station for the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge hosted by Mr. Controversy. Get him!
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Quickly, fellas, what you all have planned today? Or this week, I guess, for the holidays.
Yeah, man, just fire stick, relaxing, and family.
Nice.
If anyone wants to come out today, Beasley Media Group will be having a holiday celebration at the Big Easy Grill starting at 4 p.m. today. So you can meet all the hosts who have a show here at our great network and station. And other than that, I'm probably just going to go home and take a nap. Yeah. I've earned the nap this time.
Yeah, you have. And the outing is presented by FUBU. So, but, all right. I'm just chilling with family, little pajama jam. I don't know where this pajama stuff come from, and all of a sudden family got to spend time together with pajamas. Even with people spending, like, everybody's supposed to wear the same pajamas, like the same type of color. Like, we're not going anywhere. I can see if everybody went somewhere and then we'd represent the family, but if we're going to be in the house, why are we wearing the same thing? Like, I don't know. But we're not going to nothing like that.
It's a sign of unity.
Right. But we're just going to it's just going to be a pajama. Everybody's wearing different pajamas, so it should be cool.
Are you watching House Party 2? I know it's not a Christmas movie.
No. All right, man. It's NBA talk. NBA shoot around. And with the NBA, we've been hearing all this stuff about LeBron and his tampering. He's trying to bring AD back. Oh, he wants AD to come to LA, which, I mean, he does. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But, of course, the media has been asking all of these type of questions, and he has to answer those questions. So the GMs are getting mad because, of course, all they show is the answers. And they're saying he's tampering with bringing AD to LA. Do you think that is tampering of what he said so far?
No. And I have a reason why.
Go ahead.
Who owns Clutch Sports?
LeBron.
Okay. If you can own your own sports agency and sign players to your sports agency while playing in the NBA, if that's not tampering, what is? Simple as that.
Right.
Now, we know it's not in LeBron's name, but we know who the owner is.
Yeah.
So he's making money off players while in the NBA. It sounds like a conflict of interest. It sounds like if you can get away with this, then these remarks, super small.
Now, I don't think, because players do it all the time. You hear it all the time. But again, just coming from a media standpoint, if they're asking him these questions, now they might get fined of I can't really talk about that because the NBA don't want them to do that. And that's why the NBA said it's not. The NBA was like, it's not tampering.
Well, it's not when the players are doing it. That's why you hear a lot like certain players are recruiting other players to come because they could talk to them freely. Like everyone knows each other. A lot of them are friends. they hang out in the off season, they work out together during the off season.
Right.
The main issue is when the front office is doing it. That's like the recruiting that the NBA doesn't want, to where the front office is calling these players, but then because then it's as if it's going behind the other team, the current team's back, and all other shenanigans can ensue when it's the front office. But when it's the players, it's just talk.
Riddle me this: who is Anthony Davis signed to, as far as sports agents?
Did he sign to Clutch Sports?
And who owns Clutch Sports?
LeBron.
If that's not tampering, what is it? But you know what?
If you're not going to reprimand him for having his own agency during the time that he's playing, then this can't be.
Yeah, so everybody should be quiet about this.
Exactly. Just shut up. Just be quiet about this. I understand that this is a low volume sports time because it's the holidays, but y'all pulling straws at this particular point.
Right. Yeah. What was you gonna say, G?
Well, yeah, I mean it doesn't he's a client there, technically.
To his own business, right.
Yeah.
I know.
He's just a client. So it's not tampering because he doesn't own it. I mean, like he doesn't own the place. Like his name's not on the place. He's just a client. He's a customer.
I just think of the Biggie line on One More Chance. I'm not only a client. That's all I could think of when I hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but LeBron can't say that he's the player president.
He can't.
He can't say that.
He can't say that. But it is. But I mean, it just reminds me when Jordan used to remember how Jordan. Like, that wasn't tampering, but Jordan owning Jumpman and the players you going up against, they work for you, I guess, in a sense, because they're wearing your...
Mike Bibby.
It was Bibby.
Carmelo.
Who else? Who else was Jumpman? Ray Allen.
Yep.
I don't think he didn't play against Chris Paul, but Chris Paul is Jumpman.
Right.
Vin Baker.
Yeah.
Vin Baker was a jump. He had a lot. It was like so. But let me ask you this. All right, we say it's not tampering. It's not. But him wanting AD, and G, I'll start with you. Does this fall under? This is LeBron just being LeBron because he always want to play with superstars. It's the only way he can win. Excuse me. Or is it? This is how the league is going right now. You have to have. Multiple superstars to win.
Well, you're trying to. This is what he did during his first stint in Cleveland and in Miami, and then when he went back to Cleveland, getting more veterans on the team, to win now, and as far as like trying to develop these young players, he's not a guy who has shown that he has time for that, and it's also. Him trying to disarm the competition once again. not go out and try to beat them. Just get them to join you. He's done it. He did it with Dwayne Wade. He just went to Dwayne Wade's team, but he got he went and got Kevin Love. He tried to get when his first stint in Cleveland, tried to get Amari Stoudemire. That didn't work. But just trying to get guys who you think would beat you eventually.
He did get Shaq, though.
Yeah, he got like a 100-year-old Shaq.
Right.
But he just disarmed the competition. Like, you hear the rumors about Kevin Durant. Like, really, Kevin Durant's going to go to the Lakers to play with LeBron after what he just did?
Right.
Like, it doesn't look right, but that's not going to stop LeBron from trying.
What you got? Hey, Joe, what's on your mind?
He's already signed with Clutch Sports, AD is. I think LeBron is sort of building the brand. I think this is a part of what he does. if we look back on this, and there's two things and two iconic shots that arguably saved LeBron's legacy. That's the Ray Allen shot after LeBron shot a brick. Or was it an air ball?
It was a brick.
It was a brick, okay. And Kyrie Irving shot against Golden State. Them two shots arguably saved his legacy. Now, we can look back and say, when you look at moments of the people that we talk about in high regards, Magic Johnson, we think about the game-winning skyhook. We talk about Michael Jordan. Plenty iconic shots, the push-off on with Byron Russell and things of that nature. What iconic thing can you think of with LeBron? Just give me one. I mean,
the game against the Celtics,
yeah,
2012.
Right.
Was it in the championship game?
It was the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm just asking.
Limited the championship game.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Eastern Conference Finals, Game 6, 2012. Right. 45 points.
45 points. And I can go to Detroit.
2007.
Oh, yeah.
2007.
They got him there.
Right. Now, neither one of those equivalent to winning a ring. Good game, but you didn't get the ring. So some would say he probably needs people around him to help, like G say, to help win rings or disarm the competition. Now, it doesn't help that Golden State is as high-powered as they are, so you're going to need some help.
Right.
But getting AD, the question would be, and I'm pretty sure G could comment on this, or at least have some thoughts, how much does getting AD help AD game or decline his game? Because we know that if you're a big man playing with LeBron, your game probably is going to decline.
But has LeBron ever played with? You're right, but I don't think he's played with an MVP candidate. So, and what I'm saying is, I think this will be the time that happens where it will make LeBron, because AD's going to be, look, if I come, I'm pretty sure I'm in the prime of my career. It's not about to be any, I'm just shooting threes or, no. And honestly, the way LeBron is playing right now, LeBron is not playing, to me, is playing the first stint in Cleveland. And even maybe the first year in Miami. But he reminds me of, where I got to do everything. But I need some help, y'all. That's how he's looking. Like, I want help. I need help. And I think he's ready to. Because Chris Bosh, he was the guy, and he was like the number 2 or 3. He was top 5 power forward at that time. But he wasn't no AD. He wasn't the best at his position. Dwayne Wade was the top number 2 shooting guard in the league and top 5 player. No doubt. But he still wasn't at the level AD is. Because Dwayne Wade's game didn't really change.
Yeah, I said
it probably helped him.
I'm talking about big men.
Right. But with AD,
well,
he's too, right now, he's a better player than LeBron. I say.
This is the thing you got to ask yourself. AD, I'm signed to your sports agency, and basically I got to play for you too. So you my coach, and you my sports agent.
And my GM.
And my
financial advisor.
That's a hard thing. That's a hard thing.
All right, man. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I'm Diana Taurasi from the Phoenix Mercury, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion Radio.
Did you know that the Real 1100 has a Facebook page? Visit facebook.com/Real1100 to keep up with your favorite shows, videos, photos, upcoming events, and more. That's facebook.com/Real1100, giving you more of the real. The real.
Hey, this is Brittany Griner from the Phoenix Mercury, and you listen to the 3-Point Conversion.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And it is the weekend injury report with the one and only Dr. Donnie Fowler, who is an orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta. Dr. Fowler, how's it going, sir?
Good, guys. How you doing?
Hey, now, what up?
We're good, sir. We talked about your dookies. So we talked about Zion. Yeah, we talked about Zion.
I'm on my way up to Blue Devil territory as we speak to see the fam. So yeah, unfortunately, no basketball games though there in the next few days. Otherwise, I'd go. So.
Right. But since you're headed to that state, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Cam Newton. I mean, we've heard the story. What's going on? They hadn't said, I don't think, that if it requires surgery or is it just he's just going to have to rehab it. But, of course, we know something going on with his shoulder. He had surgery last year. Still something wrong with it. Is this career threatening right now? Like, what is he going to be able to come back and have the same strength? Because we saw he lost arm strength. You could tell. Will he have the same strength? Will it will it help his accuracy?
Yeah.
I mean, what's
Yeah. No, it's obviously a valid question when you're talking about a quarterback and going back to his previous surgery. They were talking a little rotator cuff. I don't know if there was some labral injuries too. Honestly, the two quarterbacks that come to mind that had pretty bad injuries to their throwing shoulder kind of had the same questions. One was Drew Brees many years ago, and kind of San Diego somewhat gave up on him. New Orleans took a chance, and look how that worked out. And the other was more recently with Andrew Luck, and he obviously took a lot of time off, and there were still questions even at the beginning of this year, and he's really kind of turned it on as the season went. So I think as long as it's something that's fixable, I don't know if he just needs rest, if there's a chance he'd have to go back and do anything else. I don't necessarily think it's career-ending because, we've seen proven track records of quarterbacks with bad shoulder injuries come back after surgery, but I think they just got to be smart with how they handle them and certainly, not try to make things worse now that they're out of the playoff race.
Hey, Dr. Fowler, now Cam is famous for resisting surgery. Do you think that is going to play a factor, like the longer he tries to wait for this to heal naturally rather than having surgery, because he's never not going under the knife, and he doesn't take like painkillers. I don't even think he takes a Tylenol. So trying to heal naturally, like, do you think that athletes who go that route would take longer, or it's harder to come back from these types of injuries because they resist surgery and any kind of modern medicine?
I mean, it certainly can be, again, depending on the extent of damage or tear. I mean, some of those non-operative things and some of the what we call biologic-type injections with stem cells and growth factors, I mean, they do help, but it's not always a 100% guarantee. So I sometimes, in the right situation, don't think it's wrong to go the non-operative route and do some of these other kind of things to try to simulate healing. But if something is bad enough, at some point you kind of have to draw the line because, yeah, you're just going to be wasting time in the rehab process if you don't get it fixed. So.
All right. Appreciate that, Doc. I had to ask that and what was going on. So I guess my next question is, looking at Todd Gurley, right now he is questionable with inflammation in his knee. He's that type of running back where he's the, one cut and up. That's how the offense is ran.
Mm-hmm.
With this inflammation, like what type of impact can that cause him as far as his agility?
Yeah, certainly a concern. It is the knee going back a few years back that he had ACL reconstruction on. So obviously it doesn't sound like there's any structural damage, but they want to be, smart and prudent with how they treat him. So it sounds like it's more just inflamed, probably some swelling, and they're trying to get that down. And he is a game-time decision. Sounds like as of even the other day, he hadn't even done any running yet. But, yeah, for someone like him that does kind of put the foot in the ground and cut up field, certainly could favor that knee a little bit. So it might have a little bit of impact, on how fast he can make that burst and find the first hole that he's going to go through. I think it's something, at least fantasy-wise, you kind of have to follow the injury report tomorrow and see what they're saying. If he plays, I think you got to start him. He's probably the reason your team is in the championship or semis, whatever you're at in your fantasy playoffs. So you'd rather go down swinging having him in the lineup if he's playing than try to get cute and leave him on the bench and sub in like a Gus Edwards or someone else that's, maybe not quite as good, and then Gurley still goes off and he's on your bench and you regret it. So.
Makes sense.
Hey, Doc, go Duke. I do have a question for you. DeAndre Hopkins, Houston is trying to they still trying to steamroll roll into the playoffs. Lingering ankle injury this week for Mr. Hopkins. He does a lot of I guess you want to call it catches in traffic, robotic catches or acrobat catches and things of that nature. With that being said, and how Houston needs to kind of win this game this week, do you see him being as effective if he does play with the with how they actually use him often?
Yeah, I mean, Hopkins, he's been on the injury report almost the entire year with various things. This one sounds a little more concerning. I do think he'll be out there. Obviously, again, make sure for fantasy purposes you check the injury report tomorrow before the game. But I think it might limit a little bit, like you said, how they use him. Maybe not as many kind of deeper routes. They might roll him out short. I guess the good news is he also has arguably the best hands in the league. So they can do some shorter routes and things like that with him, where I still think he'll be effective and have plenty of catches and opportunities. They might just kind of adjust the route running that he's doing to a certain extent.
94 catches, 0 drops this season. That's sick.
Yeah.
And once again, we're here live with Dr. Donnie Fowler, who is orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta. And last question we have is Juju Smith. He's battling a groin injury, and he suffered it in practice on Thursday. Now they're playing New Orleans. In New Orleans, this not only affects if you have Juju, but maybe not Drew Brees, but Big Ben as well. Like, how can he play with a groin injury? I mean, we all know anything close to a groin injury, if it's slight, like could he still play with that? He's listed as questionable.
Yeah, and of all the people we talked about, Juju's definitely the one I'd be most concerned about, especially one, because of this groin, and two, because it just happened 2 days ago. It's not like it happened last weekend and he's had a whole week to kind of get treatment and modalities. So he's fresh with this, and yeah, the groin with those adductor muscles, and sometimes even turns into more like a sports hernia type of thing. That can be very painful and difficult. So I would be concerned about his effectiveness. Certainly it's a game. Again, the Steelers are in the thick of things and fighting off the Ravens and everything else. It's a game they have to have. Connor's already out, so they certainly want to have as many weapons out there as they can, but I would be a little worried about his production, assuming that he plays, of course.
All right. There we have it. Dr. Donnie Fowler, my man. Appreciate you, sir. Have safe travels. Enjoy family and friends, and get back here safely.
Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Doc.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with Weekend Picks.
What's up, man? It's Meta World Peace. Shout out to the 3-Point Conversion Radio.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports?
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
Entertainment?
Are you not entertained?
And other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the Real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
Hi, I'm Cole Johnson of Cole Sports, and you're checking out the 3-Point Conversion. Keep it locked.
We are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. It is now time for Weekend Picks. And we're going with first, who's your nosy neighbor watch? Do you have one?
Justin Fields. Simple. I know we didn't talk about it earlier, but man, how this should everybody in the subdivision. We should have a watch party.
Right.
To just see what we're gonna do. Not only what school, or if we can verify this, but is he even gonna play against Texas?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. My
Why? Why play against Texas?
No, right.
And what's the point?
But my nosy neighbor watch is Georgia. I'm looking at them to see, are y'all gonna allow him to come?
How they gonna try to stop him?
Is he gonna come to the game? Are y'all still trying to pursue him? What? Because remember, he technically hadn't said anything,
right?
But
he was listed on the transfer.
He was listed on the right. I was going to say it's been reported he's listed. So that I'm with you, man. Yeah. Who's your upset of the week?
Seattle. I think they bounced back this week. I think this is the second straight week Kansas City will be facing defense. So I think Seattle is defense is very underrated. I think their team just hit a speed bump. I'm with G. They protect the quarterback this year, and they playing that game in Seattle.
Yep, in Seattle.
And we go, if it's raining or if it's cold, we'll see.
And it's a Sunday night game.
We'll see now if the cold or rain affects the offense of Kansas City at this particular point. And then we still got to continue to talk about the Kareem Hunt not being, on the team. I know Damian Williams.
Well, they didn't miss a beat with him.
Yeah,
they played better.
They didn't miss a beat, but Hunt out of the backfield catching passes. I think that's still in effect.
Well, my upset is Arizona over LA Rams. I don't think Gurley plays. Right now, you don't want to risk him. You want to buy, but if you're with the Rams, you're thinking, oh, we should be able to beat them without Gurley. It would just make sense for him not to play if he's still dealing with that.
You don't think that Arizona is trying to get the number 1 pick?
Nah, because whoever they want, they don't want a quarterback. Like who?
Well, no, this is a defensive lineman draft. It's not a quarterback draft.
Nah, I don't think because I think they try to win. I mean,
because right now, I believe they would be number 2. They're tied with Oakland, but I think they're number 2 based on conference. They're like conference record or strength of schedule or something like that. But
right now, I think it's more beneficial to the team for their quarterback to play well and get confidence. And if they win, that's more beneficial. I mean, because what they're going to be, the number 3? I think they still be number 2 because I think Giants is 1 game ahead of them, right? As far as have 1 win over them.
Well, no, right now, I believe the number 3 would be the 49ers or the Jets.
49ers, I think.
And they're 1 game
from
ahead
that.
or whatever.
Yeah, so that's why I said I think they still stay there because
and there's Jacksonville too. They're 1 game ahead of Jacksonville.
Because I think with them beating the 49ers, I mean they beat the 49ers and they tried to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the fact that because Gurley is not playing and they're talking about OJ, not OJ, but what's his name? CJ coming back. I don't know if he can fill that void because he hadn't played all year for the most part. And then if you're going to talk about passing the ball against his team, you're playing it right into the hands of Arizona because they have pass rushers and they have, secondary is pretty nice.
So you picking Arizona?
I got Arizona.
To upset the Rams.
Yep. So I got Arizona. Counterfeit teams.
Minnesota Vikings.
Say it again.
Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins is not that guy. Your defense has been struggling all year. You fired your offensive coordinator. It's kind of been a mess in Minnesota this year. I thought they would be utilizing Cook a little more. He's been saving them, in my opinion, over the last couple of games. They have the talent. Thielen, Diggs, Cook, Murray, on the goal line. And you would think Kirk Cousins would, you don't have to lose the game.
Right.
I guess that's all I'm saying. And you had the number 1 defense last year, and they kind of let you down this year, and maybe you was putting a little too much trust in Kirk Cousins. So I think Minnesota is very, very counterfeit.
I'd say that it's the Houston Texans. And I say they're not good, but I don't think they're as good as their records say they are right now. What teams have they beaten? They beat the Colts, I know, but other than that, like during this streak, it's not that many good teams they've beaten, and they weren't blowing out these teams either, like the Jets. So, yeah, I just don't think they're as good as their records say they are. But they can turn it around because of the talent, but I don't think they're as good. All right, G, it's on you, sir.
You know how you just have that good feeling for a pick?
Do I feel lucky?
Yeah, that's this segment. It's time for Over Under with The Intellectual and Mr. Controversy, only on the 3-Point Conversion.
All right, so this is our Over Under segment. We'll look at some prop bets, some interesting prop bets that are going on for this for Week 16. So the first one we have is, Saquon Barkley has had a good last couple of weeks, rushing for over 400 yards. But what do you think his total rushing yards would be for this upcoming week? It has been set at 79 yards. Over under 79 yards, and they are playing
Dallas
the
Cowboys.
Washington football team.
Washington, that's right.
Over. I say over.
The Washington defense has allowed 4 of their last 5.
No, they played Dallas. Washington played Tennessee.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. That's what I'm
Oh, you
talking
talking about Derrick Henry? I thought you said Saquon.
Yeah, I thought he said Saquon. Too.
Yeah. But either or, if you're talking about Derrick Henry, I say under.
The Washington defense has allowed 4 of their last 5 opponents to rush for 128 yards or more.
Over. I went over last week.
I'm gonna say under, just because it's out there now. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to focus on him. I don't think that with him the last few weeks. I think they're gonna focus on him. So I say under.
Washington ain't got nothing to play for.
They trying to make the playoffs. They in there. They can make it by default.
Who's their quarterback?
They can make it by default.
Doug Johnson, Rob Johnson, Brad Johnson,
Chad Johnson. Yeah.
Y'all roll. Hey, man, don't talk about a brother like that. All right, go ahead, G.
Harbaugh did get him to the league, though. Okay, so the next one is who will have more sacks this season, the Oakland Raiders or Khalil Mack?
That's easy.
Right now, Khalil Mack has 12.5. The Raiders have 12.
Khalil getting about 3 against San Fran tomorrow.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack. That's sad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right, and the last one here is who will where will Joe Flacco play next season? The biggest odds are the Buccaneers, and those are the longest odds. The closest odds is the Jaguars.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jaguars.
Man, you know what though? If he played with Tampa Bay, with the defense,
I mean, Jank Crableg, man, where we out?
And with the players he got, I say Jacksonville, because they Jacksonville need a veteran quarterback right now. I think
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I say Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I say Jacksonville.
All right, so that'll do it for the over/under for Week 16.
Can we get also John Gruden what do they call those things where you stick them on the wall, the big player?
Oh, fathead.
Get him a Khalil Mack fathead for Christmas as well.
And Amari Cooper fathead.
There you go.
And a Nathan Peterman fathead too.
Oh,
yes.
I do want to say the Monday Night Football crew for trying. I give them that. Jason Witten is struggling, trying to be like his buddy, but they're struggling right now. But I like what they're doing with the big man,
Booger. I like him though.
He knows what he's talking about. But I just think it's a gimmick. The way it comes off as a gimmick. I think if they just let him be free.
He was working on the SEC network all this time, and they just put him on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. But he's good.
People who do college football analysis to go to the NFL, it's jarring for a lot of NFL fans because he has all of these like weird phrases, and he said something about like stats are like bikinis. They cover some stuff, but like they show some things, but they don't show all the things.
But that's why I say he tries to be. But I'll leave it at this. He said the Bears defense was going to get exposed against the Rams. Of course, you know what happened. The next Monday night, Witten kept talking about the Bears. You didn't hear nothing. Every time they talked about the Bears, you didn't hear anything from Booker. He was just quiet. Own up, bro. All you had to say was, hey, they proved me wrong. He didn't say anything. Quiet. We're going to take a quick break.
What's good, family? I'm Marlon Sucker Free Jones, a Sucker Free Life double LC, and I'm locked in every Saturday to the best sports show on the planet, the 3-point conversion, where no team or no player is off limits. So let's talk sports, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, and everything in between. Can you dig that?
It's time to get in the mind of Mr. Controversy and the Intellectual with What's on My Mind.
All right, we are back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge. Next segment, What's on My Mind, is brought to you by Sucker Free Life LLC. Make sure you live your truth for the world to see, because everyone can be sucker free. Make sure you purchase your apparel today on Facebook.com/Sucker Free Life LLC. All right, this is the segment where we get to tell you what's on our minds, what's going on, what we don't understand, what we want to, I guess, just go off about, or something that we like or whatever. But we're going to see. So this is what's on my mind. All right. Speaking of Monday Night Football, the last few seasons, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football have been terrible. It's like Sunday night is good, but Monday nights, you're seeing, for instance, if it was in the past with these teams, you'll see the Oakland Raiders play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Just because it was an old rivalry, but there's nothing going on. They would show the LA Rams playing against the Arizona Cardinals. That would be your Monday Night Football games in the past. Thursday Night Football games would be the Oakland Raiders versus Arizona Cardinals. Like 2 1-8 teams. It was like that every week.
Even worse, the Jaguars and the Titans.
Right. It was just horrible. But this season, that has changed. Man, quiet as kept. Thursday night games been lit. Like, it's been some great games. Not only great games, great matchups. You think about it, the Vikings versus the Rams, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Rams, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the
Chargers.
The Chargers. It's been some great Thursday night games. Monday night stuff came, like last week Monday night game. Even though it was a low scoring game, it was a good game. It was a division game. Who played? I forgot who played last Monday night, the Monday night before last. But for some reason, it's picked up. I remember I was a person to say, "Hey, it might be time to get rid of Thursday night football games." But I don't know. And as a matter of fact, they said Thursday night games have doubled as far as viewership. So maybe they figured out something. Because I always wonder, just because you have Sunday night football doesn't mean you have to play the horrible teams on Monday night and Thursday night. I understand you're trying to get everybody on national television. But you can sprinkle around that because every team is not bad. So I'm just curious of what's going to happen. I like what's going on. If they keep it up, I mean, it's, then, hey, we all love when a game is singled out so that way we don't have to miss other games. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's on my mind. What you got, sir?
Well, I just wanted to at least comment on the Thursday night games. I think this is the first year Fox took over.
Right. That was, yeah.
And there have been some great matches.
But last year it was CBS. I mean, is it just Fox that much better than CBS?
Well, they've been like alternating.
No, this year
Was it all
It
Fox?
was all Fox. Yeah, after the
I
fifth.
thought they had like a
it was
rotation.
all Fox.
They rotated last year with CBS and the NFL Network.
Right.
This year
was all Fox.
Yeah. So, great matchups. I would concur. But what's on my mind, and I'm pretty sure y'all experienced this, so I'm pretty sure I would get some either some checks or some, boy, you said something then. But just to give you an idea of what it is sometimes we use words and phrases in the wrong context, especially on social media. And one word in particular has really gotten under my skin and how we have started to use it. So I'm going to first read the definition. Then I'm going to show you how it's been used. The word #facts. It is something that actually exists. Indisputable. You can't debunk it. Something proven. Something that has actually happened. But we got our people and we get on social media and you have things like, well, if Matt Ryan changed the play in the Super Bowl, we win. Somebody responds, facts. That's actually not a fact, sir. You're mixing up what you strongly desire and what you strongly feel versus a fact. What you strongly feel and what is your desire to happen is not actually a fact. LeBron James is the greatest of all time. That's a strong opinion. It's not a fact. That's not something you can prove. You can debunk that. That is not a fact. I mean, we can go on and on. And I just think that maybe we need to get back to elementary school because I think this is where they teach the word. And understand how to use the word. How about changing it to, instead of saying facts, strongly agree, hashtag or whatever the case may be. But this has to stop, especially in the sports industry and in the media, because everything that you strongly feel is not a fact. And that's what's on my mind.
Right. But to everybody else, you just sound like he don't know what he talking. That's that. First time I heard it was when I first got on the radio, and shout out to Sean. And I said something, he was like, facts. And I was like, what you mean? And he was just facts. But he kept saying this. Okay.
Ever since that Kanye song, that's where it started, where people started saying facts,
right.
Stuff like that all the time because of that Kanye West song.
Mm-hmm. And not everybody say it, but I do understand, and I'm with you, sir. I'm with you,
folks. Let's get better.
I'm with you. All right, you hear this music? It's time to let you go. Before we let you go, we have some shout outs. But before you leave, Jaws might be for you. So stay tuned. First, I'd like to give a big shout out to the Almighty God for giving me life, giving me this opportunity, this platform to speak what I speak, say what I say, make you all happy, upset, laughing, mad, want to give me the stop it button, all of that. But God, I appreciate you anyway, and I don't care what they think. I just love the fact that they get some type of emotion. So I appreciate you. Also, I want to thank
you, Raphael.
I also want to thank our sponsors, Seneca's Barbershop and Sucker Free Life LLC. I'd like to thank Dr. Fowler for coming on. I want to thank my crew, G and H.O. Appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir. So me?
Yes, sir.
Man, thank the big man above for allowing me to have another Saturday talking sports and drinking my coffee as I approach the studio. Thanks, G, for always putting in that timely work. Thank you, Raphael, for always going to the bullpen and trusting a closer to come in and do the things that I do. And thanks for everybody who tuned in to listen to the show. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And the day after Christmas, Sports Roundtable will be here, 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you're invited if you're off.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I got him. Got him.
I hope to be there.
Yeah, what I'm interested to see what your excuse is going to be this time.
I have an excuse. What? I don't have an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm just glad he said it because he said excuse, but was this the first time you all heard that? Just saying.
Go back to the archive shows.
So, I definitely appreciate it, man. Like you said, make sure y'all check them out because great show, whatever. Day after Christmas, can't wait. You know,
tell us what John Gruden got you for Christmas.
That was on my Christmas list coming on y'all show, but I scratched it out because of what's been happening in the past. So, but anyway, I like to thank my family and friends. My family, my wife, my beautiful children, my nephew, nieces, uncles, aunties, cousins, grandparents, brothers and sisters. Make sure you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, all of that. Enjoy family. That's the main thing. Enjoy family. Have a great time, man. It's not about presents. It's just about, having a good time and being with family. So make sure you love them, love on them, eat great. And until next time, same show, same crazy host. Probably won't be on this show. Until then, will you miss me? I'm out. Peace.
Later.
You just got done listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts at the 3-Point Conversion. And also make sure you check out our website, the3pointconversion.com. Be sure to follow us live and listen every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.